Yo, yo, yo. Once again, we back. Endless Topics.
Endless Topics. We phoning home.
We phoning you home.
Man, we've been gone for about a week, but we're going to come back to y'all live with something new. We got prepared for y'all. This is Myron and Sterling coming back. Endless Topics with a new topic for the day.
Yeah, man. We're going to come with something a little different today. We're going to actually talk to you on a mature level.
I don't know if they're ready for that, level. Honestly. You know what I mean? Because coming from us, we joke a lot. You know, sometimes we serious, but we mostly serious about, our kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But we got different audiences, so, we got to make sure we reach them all.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel, because like somebody said, endless topics. We could talk about anything.
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
So today, we going to hit them with some geniosity.
Okay.
You know
Geniosity. Never heard that word, but I'm down with you.
That's when you're being a genius of the osity.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Osity. Geniuses of the osity. Never heard it, but we're going to roll with it.
Yeah.
Hey, so what does that mean? Explain that to us.
So basically, we're going to use our upper echelon of the upper chakras today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break down the arts of aligning your chakras. Now, chakras, you probably don't know what that is. Do you know what that is, my brother?
Explain it to me. What is it?
All right, so according to my theory of chakras, I studied that it's about 8 of them on every person.
Yeah, it's 8.
And it goes from the lower extremities to the spirit at the top.
Spirit at the top, to the unconscious mind.
So it's like 8 levels of geniosity in your body that run off a spiritual basis and got a brain of its own, right? And you kind of got to learn to align them straight in the middle. Don't go too far left on each. Don't go too far right on each. Keep them right in the middle.
I had something in this book, but I'm gonna find it in 1 second. You keep talking.
All right, so basically, bam.
You keep talking.
We're gonna start off with, I don't know if the producer got a picture of the chakras, but I'm gonna say, from what I studied in there.
What's the first one?
The first one is considered the sexual organ. That's a part of your chakra.
That's the one you want to talk about first.
I mean, that's the first one. That's the first one. I didn't create the first one.
I'm reading it say chakra 1 are meats and proteins from flesh to flesh. Meat is probably the most physical oriented food. It's kind of like what you need for the first chakra.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the actual list of the chakras. I know I had them sent main man a picture of the names of them. Okay. I can show you the name. I can show you the names
of them right here. I'm finna put them up. You just keep talking.
Okay, so bam. So the first one.
Okay, here we go. There you go, my brother.
Hi, my brother.
Chakra 1, all that. That's how it goes, my brother.
Okay, my brother. Okay. So the first one is the root or support chakra. The ground and stillness. Well, where's the name? Is that the name right there?
The name is the Muladhara.
Muladhara. See, they got odd names now. They got on this one.
Yeah. It's odd names, but that's
it
actually
got the same meaning.
The same meaning of what it does. And I got this book. This book right here is called The Wheels of Life. I bought this book maybe about 20 or 30. And that's another thing that we were gonna talk to y'all about is that we're gonna kind of start a series of where we bring y'all into the books that have kind of shaped our thinking in such areas. Like this book right here has shaped my thinking of when he said something about the chakras. I was like, yeah, I got something on that.
Right. Now, see, I read this other one called Becoming Supernatural that explained them. And I sent them the pictures, and it's basically like explaining each one. And not just what you eat. I ain't going in depth as far as what you eat to help them out. But I do understand that each one of them got like a spirit or a brain of its own, so to speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And basically it teaches you how to kind of hone into the powers of your body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like almost a third eye. Like you say, your mind has a third eye, but that's also a chakra in your body. That's what I thought was one of the first chakras was
that's the one at the top for sure.
The one at the top.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like I started from the bottom.
You started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Which is in my book is number 7, but maybe in your book number 1.
For sure.
But I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can do the mirroring, but I got the picture that you sent.
Okay.
I got that picture in the chat, so
right,
we can do that. But the thing is, chakras are, like he said, spiritual chambers in your body, in which sometimes you have to unlock. And some forms of unlocking are fasting. Some forms of our praying. It has to do with which chamber you are trying to unlock at that particular time.
I feel like why you saying unlocking is kind of aligning at the same time, because you can take each chakra and either go too far left or too far right with it.
And right,
you can
be
out of alignment. Too evil with it, or use it for bad, or you can be too good or not want to use it at all because you feel too great about it. But you got to kind of put it right in the middle and say, okay, everything got its purpose, but you got to use it for the good.
Right. And how did you come along the chakra?
So basically, like I said, I read the book Becoming Supernatural, and with Becoming Supernatural, I found out that you got to kind of understand your chakras. About 7 of them, 8 of them, to understand that you got to kind of go from the physical ones at the bottom to the spiritual ones at the top to reach that upper level. Like on Bruce Leroy.
Right.
When he reached that upper level,
right,
he reached his heart, his feelings, and his love for life and everything about it, and he reached his mind as far as thinking great about it. On a good aspect, and his spirit.
When you say Bruce Leroy, you mean when he was trying to get the glow?
Yeah, he was trying to get the glow by reaching over his physical bottom chakra to get to the top.
Right, and see,
love, thanking, and joining the spirit of the Maker to receive all those blessings that got your name on it.
Right, but and I'm glad you brought that up, because the glow. I was thinking sure enough, but
when
you said Bruce Leroy, that's basically
the highest chakra.
The highest chakra.
That's when you reach the spirit of connecting with the Maker. And you getting those blessings quicker than the speed of light, because he the one created the speed of light. You feel?
But it's certain people like unlock certain, like Bruce Lee was a person who unlocked his chakras and aligned his chakras in the way that he wanted them to go, and made himself into the kung fu.
So karate, they would call it Cobra Kai.
Right.
Because Kai supposed to be the highest chakra up at the top, like the Cobra at the top.
Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Right.
That's a karate move.
And that's a different type of chakra.
It is, because once you reach that upper level, even in karate, ain't nobody touch you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and that also can go in preaching.
Yeah, and everything. When you reach that upper level, your mind, body, and soul must be one.
Hey, it can go there in basketball. It could go there in football.
Straight up with everything.
I'm saying, like, it's almost like if you hear somebody say, when they said, I watched something coming here today about LeBron when he scored all them points against Detroit. He was like, it's like you're in that zone. It's almost, and other people say it's like an out of body experience. It's like they done
reached past their physical.
Right, and
they done got past how they feel, what they thinking to beat themselves. They done got past all the obstacles.
Everything is,
because ain't none bigger than the one that created it all.
Right.
And once you touch that, ain't nothing touch you.
So I kind of want to read something that I touched on in the book. Like I had this book a long time ago, and this book is still relevant today. I bought the book maybe 25 years ago. I'm gonna read something. It says about chakras. It says, these centers are gateways between various dimensions, centers where activity of one dimension, such as emotional activity, connects and plays another dimension, such as physical bodies. This interaction, in turn, plays upon our activities in the outside world and governs our actions with others. Says, take, for example, this emotional experience of fear. Fear. It affects our body certain ways. We feel butterflies in our stomach, our breath is short, our voice, our hands may shake. These physical characteristics betray our lack of confidence in dealing with the world, leading to others treat us in a negative, perpetuating our fear.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I feel like fear and doubt and all of that, like that picture I sent, bro, it actually is a part of your lower chakras because it's more physical and it's like a lower vibration. You got to actually vibrate at a higher frequency to reach your upper chakras.
So when people say
love is a higher frequency of a chakra.
So when people say you got low vibrations,
that means that you're chasing this tail instead of chasing love, thinking, and using the spirit. That's what they mean.
Right. A lot of people, they look at that in a ghetto way. I think when it was said and when it was perpetuated, it wasn't perpetuated in a good way. It was perpetuated in something so negative and so that you really didn't grasp the meaning. And the meaning is you need to vibrate higher.
And see, but they don't even know what vibrating is because people so busy being stuck in survival mode, as they call it.
What they stuck in?
Survival mode,
and
which
why?
is basically the lower chakras.
Right.
Because you stuck on what's usually portrayed out here on the public.
Yeah. But also, just like we said, how you can change how your chakras perceive or how you feel, eating different too. Mm-hmm. That's just like if you're a carnivore, you eat a lot of meat. Your energy is going to produce that. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're supposed to eat fruits, vegetables. You're supposed to actually watch certain good things, stay away from foolishness. You got to kind of read good things. You got to kind of learn how to go right more than left to balance it out because you are naturally possibly left.
So when you read in that book, that the supernatural, what did they call?
This was in there too.
Right, what is this?
This picture is basically how both of them are intertwined, but you got to reach that spiritual at the top after you get past all of that negative and positive energy.
Right. And,
you know what I'm saying?
And what was the chakra called that was the lower chakra that you said was the first?
It was the physical, creative, sexual.
It's called the Kundalini.
The Kundalini, basically a sexual object. Basically, what people more so would be chasing than using their brain or their spirit or their heart. Mm-hmm. They'd be chasing that quick physical pleasure.
Right.
And that'd be an issue for a lot of people because we get stuck in that lower vibration of chasing physicalities.
Mm-hmm. And the urge of the physical, we want that vibration, we want that feeling, we want that.
Now, not saying it's a bad thing because, like I told you, all of them got to be used in moderation, but you don't want it to go too far left with neither one of them. Like, say your lower chakra, you can't go too far left with it. You got to not go too right or left. You got to use it. Mm-hmm. But you got to make sure you might want to get married or have the right female that you invest in your gonads in. And then when you go to the higher chakra on top of that, you got the one that's like created to the pancreas and all of that kind of filter things. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to filter things, and that's connected to the lower chakra, right? Then you got the one on top of that that's your feelings and your willpower, your stomach chakra basically in there, right?
Right.
And all of these got a mind of their own, but at the same time, you got to line them up spiritually and physically. And on top of that, you got the middle one, which is basically the heart chakra after that, which start getting spiritual from then on up.
All right.
So you use your feelings and your emotions and your thankfulness to propel you towards using your voice and your brain and your spirit towards a higher blessing and manifestation, It
says chakra number 2. It's a change in polarities, movement, pleasure, emotions, sexuality, tantra, nutrients, clairvoyance, and socialization, and water.
That's that second one. That's
Right.
that one that's right above the sexual object.
Right.
And that's connected, but you got to be able to filter the good from the bad, the one from the other.
Yeah, this we probably gonna need to dive a little bit more.
Right.
Because I think we just scratching the surface with that, with speaking on the chakras and informing our viewers on exactly what we want them to hone into. Because it also could deal with meditation. Meditation, some people meditate to try to
align them.
And I've heard, I don't know if you heard, of some people could levitate because they could align their chakras so well until it's like you said, it's like an out-of-body experience.
You become like on Dragon Ball Z.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
So
you turn Super Saiyan.
Right. So
yeah.
So all I'm saying is that's what we need to do. What was we're gonna come back to the chakras. This ain't the only time we're gonna talk about that.
Straight up, it's a good start though.
You also wanted to touch on
Zodiac
signs. Okay, so
Zodiacs. So first I want to know, why do everybody feel so comfortable not knowing the authors, the writers, the portrayers? Nobody can tell me who wrote these Zodiacs. Now, I understand that they can go way back to the stars aligning back in the days, but today people use them Zodiacs so wrong. It's like you got eras in time that turn Zodiac over about 3,000 years, but people acting like every year they represent a certain piece of a Zodiac. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, granted, I understand that we ain't gonna see 3,000 years from now, most likely. So you want to try to use your little piece of Zodiac and say, okay, I'm this. But it's errors. It's not just as quick as every year you got a different piece. You know what I'm saying?
What's
we just claiming this. You know what I'm saying? They just want to claim a piece just so they can say Gemini's two-faced, or Scorpios is freaky, or Libras keep a balance on whatever the case may be, or you got Leos that's headstrong.
Have you really dug into it? Now, I stepped into a zone in which I learned that each zodiac have different moons and times that they align, almost like a chakra. And when you find out like your second moon or the moon that you align with and everything, when I did the thing of mine, everything that they talked about, I kind of could feel. I could feel everything what they felt about Scorpio.
They so vague though.
No. You have to go into. You have to go. I'm not talking about what they tell you what's going to happen for you day to day. I'm talking about when they tell you the type characteristics that you have. The type.
I feel like I could write a Zodiac. I can tell you.
I don't feel like I could.
I feel like I could.
I don't say, okay, what's your Zodiac? You act just like a Cancer. Like I could never say that because I've never.
Because you never really dove into it. But
I've dove into it, but I don't dive into it and tell the person that I know that's just how they are. You know what I mean? But I've met, like, my aunt and one of my exes had the same birthday. They kind of did like have similarities. You know what I mean?
But
like,
then you'll have a Chinese Leo, an African Leo, a Jamaican Leo, and an American Leo, and they don't even think the same. So it's like, how could you say that everybody's Zodiac is similar?
They might have characteristics. Just because they don't think the same don't mean their characteristics not the same.
The Chinese Zodiac totally different. Where the Leo in America is a dragon and over there. And where Gemini is over here is a rat over there. So it's like it's a whole nother ball game. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
But they have their different... Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean...
I'm a dragon over there, but I'm a Leo over here. Let them tell it. But at the same time...
or something in the Chinese or something like that.
Man, so it's like at the end of the day, who are we even listening to about this stuff? Who writing this stuff? Who coming up with this?
Miss Cleo?
Right. That's a good answer, brother. I'm too drunk for that.
No.
I almost slipped out of jail.
No. Slip out the clip. That'd have been violent. No, but I don't know, bro.
Hey, but that's how I feel about it too, though. I feel like they listening to Cleo on this stuff.
I feel like they coming up with
the Globe lady.
I think it derives from the different times that you was born. They derive it on a whole bunch of things. The moon.
But people don't want to plug in all that information. They don't even want to say, okay, well, I plug it into this where I was. So this it's so many things you can follow. You can follow your number. They got like a life path number. They got a Zodiac, which is this and that. Then you got to plug in where you from at the time to see where the stars align at, to see if yours match this and that. If you in China, you got to line it up with this and that on another level. So it's like, man, I understand that y'all would like to be so spiritual to where you're too spiritual, but I think Zodiacs are too spiritual.
I don't think they too spiritual.
All right, so could you tell me what era we in right now as far as the real Zodiac? Because I studied it. As far as the real one, I know we just came out the era of Pisces, which is the era of Jesus, from what they say. Now we in the era of Aquarius, which is the era of computer and technology, right? So basically, according to my studies, it's not a year-round thing, it's a 3,000-year thing. And it's an era thing, right? As far as how the stars is really lining up in the planet and how it's spinning, right? But like I said, we ain't got enough life to see them 3,000 years, so we trying to hurry up and get ours and say, I'm a part of this little quick second. But at the end of the day, hell yeah. Right now we in the era of Aquarius.
I don't know what era we in, to be honest.
You can Google it. And that ain't even just a year thing, it's a 3,000-year thing. We going from the year of the timeline of Jesus to the timeline of technology. From the timeline of Pisces to the timeline of Aquarius.
I really am not like I said, I don't balance people, I don't gauge people about, you know what, you a Scorpio. You know what, you a Capricorn. You know what? And it's people who do.
They do, and it aggravates me almost because they start judging you before they know you. They like, oh, you a lion Leo. Because you a Leo that's a lion. And it's like, a lion don't mean you're lying. It just means you're a lion. Now, even then, that don't even mean I'm a lion. Because I have never been around a lion. Other than at the zoo.
I'm a lion. I ain't never been around a lion. But I know.
But you a Leo.
No.
Oh, you just a lion.
I'm just a lion,
period. That's real. I feel the same, but at the same time, it ain't got nothing to do with being a Leo.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't got nothing. I don't feel like I got nothing to do with being no Leo. I just feel like I know I'm a lion.
But sometimes I feel like I'm one of them things that be shooting them things. What them things? Aquarius. Sometimes I'm
gonna be shooting the thing.
You know the thing. Not the Pisces. The Aquarius is the thing that got the little arrow that be shooting the horse with the arrow on top of the thing. Sometimes I feel like an Aquarius because I'm shooting at a target. Sometimes I feel like a Libra because I'm balancing out life. Sometimes I feel like a Gemini because I got to switch from one face to the other. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. That's all I'm telling you.
But you a Butterfinger?
That's almond joy. That's an almond joy, my brother.
Almond joy, my bad. See, hey, man. You see, I let you know you old school, man. You old school. That's
like
old.
A 1, a 2,
hey.
A 3, Mr. Owl. Look
Hey, it said we are in the age of
Aquarius.
The Pisces into the age of Aquarius.
That's what I just said. We're going from the era of everybody believing in Jesus and learning about Jesus and conforming to religion to everybody being on their phone and being on technology and being in podcasts and being
content creators
and everywhere the technology is, because just like the AI has taken over, also the cars is technically advanced now.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, we gonna
ain't no gas. It's all plug in.
Hey, we got to do something on AI cars in 2027. They said that the cars in 2027, the AI cars gonna be able to take you straight to the police station if you driving, like if you drinking and driving, if you doing anything to break the laws.
That's gangster.
The car is gonna turn you in.
That's gangster right there. They ain't even gonna let you go left or right. See that? That's why I want to stay in my bubble Chevy.
What was
with
the
big rims?
What was the name of that movie that Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone was in, where it was
Demolition
like
Man?
Was it like that?
Demolition Man, yeah.
Where it was like
that was the beginning of that stuff, bro. You got the Matrix, you got all types of movies.
But it basically was saying like they couldn't cuss and
Demolition
stuff.
Man.
Yeah, remember?
They couldn't even touch each other. They gave each other five like this. They went.
Yeah.
They wiped it.
Because that's the age we going to, my brother.
I know it, my brother.
Slowly,
they want you so scared of being connected and networking and being together. They want to break you apart. They want to make you the chief.
The AI is to basically, to me,
to take away you from putting in that regular man work that we used to.
Is to make things so to the point where you can't determine whether if it's real or not. That's just like we can make a AI podcast with me and you and
ain't never got to put in no work.
And it don't be me and you. It just be
that's real.
Be pictures of who they think me and you look like.
Well, man, it's so lazy. That's actually lazy.
Is it?
Yeah, because
so you think an AI podcast is lazy?
I think it is, because even though it's creative, it's gonna keep us away from what started the excitement of starting podcasts or being in front of a crowd or networking with real people. You don't even have to no more.
And that's the age we going in, and we're gonna speak on it probably on another episode, but it's like things moving so fast now. We were like, dang, when we gonna have flying cars? They said we was gonna have flying cars.
Now we got them.
We do?
You ain't seen them yet? No, they got cars that's driving in the water, and they got cars that's flying up.
That's AI, man.
No, I'm serious. No. You look up Speed. I show Speed. Look him up on YouTube. I watch his shows. He's a podcaster or a liver or whatever. Content creator. So bam, this man got in a car that got in the water over there in China now. They got the top technology.
Right.
But it's real talking. It's coming here.
Okay.
This man got in a car that drove in the water, and this man got in a flying car, and I seen it with my own two eyes.
They said you can Uber a flying car.
You can get your food. They
no. Like you could like say
drones.
Like say you want to get in the car, not really go somewhere, but you could use it like rent it out for the day, like for an hour, I guess an hour or whatever. Not you gonna leave anywhere. But you just get the chance to go in it, go up, and then I guess come back down or whatever.
Yeah, that's how I show Speed Zone did. It was just weird though, because I'm like, man, dog, they really got helicopter cars.
Well, this has been endless topics. We talked to you about the chakras, and we talked to you about the zodiacs. If any of you have any input, viewers, subscribers, subscribe. Make sure you put the comments in. Don't send me your comments and don't send him your comments.
Send me your comments. Now you the heifers.
Type them in.
And it's another thing now. Now that y'all understand zodiacs, y'all make sure y'all don't tell me that y'all a certain zodiac without knowing what you're talking about. Or I'm going to look at you like a fool, and I'm going to say, toodaloo. Now, this endless topics.
Endless topics.
E.T. phoning home.
Okay, we out here.